In an extensive conversation with renowned chemist James Tour, several profound topics intersecting science, faith, and society were explored. The dialogue traversed his academic and research career in nanotechnology and organic chemistry, the challenges of origin of life research, the controversies surrounding evolutionary theory, advancements and ethical questions in genetic engineering, and the interplay of scientific inquiry with Christian belief. James Tour, a professor at Rice University, holds appointments across chemistry, material science, nanoengineering, and computer science. His teaching and research span these fields, with a primary focus on nanotechnology applied to pharmaceuticals, materials, and electronics. Tour has founded multiple companies involved in pharmaceuticals, materials, and AI-enhanced computing hardware, particularly innovative memory chips. Despite minimal classroom hours, his day-to-day work revolves mostly around cutting-edge scientific research involving a large team of students and scholars. His work epitomizes the fusion of interdisciplinary science aimed at generating novel solutions, publishing scholarly work, and mentoring future scientists. Tour openly identifies as a believing Christian, a stance that many assume conflicts with rigorous scientific pursuit. However, he finds his scientific work deepens his faith. Understanding the intricate molecular and material properties in nature inspires awe toward a divine creator. From the complex structure of a wooden table's carbohydrate strands to the biochemical mechanisms in photosynthesis and vision, Tour sees deliberate design that exceeds human engineering capabilities. He argues that observing life's sophistication naturally points to God's handiwork rather than contradicting belief. While many scientists might outwardly reject religious belief, Tour has witnessed privately expressed sympathies toward faith, revealing a hidden dimension of intellectual tension in science. Tour emphasizes that science does not answer what is life, but rather defines it by characteristics such as metabolism, homeostasis, growth, and reproduction through cells. The quest to synthetically create life has been misrepresented in media and by some origin-of-life scientists claiming breakthroughs. According to Tour, despite decades of dedicated research, no one has successfully synthesized even the simplest life-building blocks or polymers under plausible prebiotic conditions. Critical biochemical constraints like molecular handedness and the complexity of forming functional genetic polymers remain unresolved. He challenges origin-of-life researchers to demonstrate the assembly of a cell from fundamental components and DNA code, an achievement that would merit a Nobel Prize, but nobody has succeeded. Tour distinguishes between microevolution, which involves small genetic changes and is observable, e.g., antibiotic resistance in bacteria, and macroevolution, the large-scale appearance of new body plans and species. While microevolution is well supported and understood mechanistically, macroevolution, particularly the emergence of new complex forms as seen in fossils, lacks convincing molecular explanation. He highlights the Cambrian explosion as a key unresolved puzzle, where many new species appeared abruptly in the fossil record without clear transitions. Genetic regulatory networks governing development are highly complex and intolerant of arbitrary changes. Experiments on bacteria over millions of generations have yielded adaptations, but no new body plans. Tour calls for honest discussion of these scientific gaps, criticizing the suppression of skepticism and the dogmatic defense of evolutionary orthodoxy in academia. Tour shares personal experiences of professional repercussions after publicly questioning conventional evolutionary views, including loss of funding and exclusion from prestigious bodies. He notes that scientists are often constrained by peer review pressures and funding politics, which discourage paradigm-challenging ideas. Dissenters face silencing and career penalties despite raising valid scientific concerns. Tour underscores that the scientific process should embrace admitting unknowns rather than enforcing conformity. He suggests that resistance to questioning evolution stems from its deep cultural entrenchment and implicit challenge to materialistic worldviews, which are intertwined historically with opposition to religious faith. The conversation turns to advances in genetic engineering, cloning, and bioengineering of superhumans. While cloning replicates existing life rather than creating it anew, Tour foresees such technologies becoming accessible for pets and potentially humans. sparking ethical concerns about engineered human enhancement and the potential for inequality or eugenics. Although government research in the U.S. is regulated, other nations may pursue unrestricted genetic modification. There's a duality of promise and danger. Gene editing offers hope to correct genetic diseases and cancer predispositions, but risks misuse and societal disruption. Tour cites infamous unethical experiments, such as the Chinese embryo editing scandal, as cautionary examples. The potential to design intelligence, physical abilities, or appearance provokes urgent ethical reflection on where to draw limits. Reflecting broadly, Tour marvels at the intricacy of living cells, biological systems, and the finely tuned physical constants of the universe. He describes life as a pinnacle of complexity, from molecular networks in cells to brain function and consciousness, far beyond human ability to replicate artificially. Tour also references mysterious phenomena like the human perception of being stared at, maternal intuition, and the largely unknown dark matter and dark energy composing much of the cosmos. The fact that the universe's laws support life so precisely points to intentional design rather than random chance, evoking a creator as the best explanation. Tour recounts his own journey to Christian faith at age 18 and the profound spiritual experiences that have shaped his life. Raised in a secular Jewish home, he describes how a personal encounter with the gospel transformed his worldview, breaking destructive habits and instilling hope and peace. His family's initial skepticism gave way to varying degrees of openness and conversion over time, with his mother and daughter embracing faith in Christ. Throughout his career, Tour continues to see the gospel as vitally relevant, capable of changing lives and relationships, transcending intellectual arguments. His faith is woven integrally with his scientific vocation. Despite his research focus, Tour passionately teaches organic chemistry and related sciences, enjoying introducing students to the wonders of molecular interactions and the physical world's chemical basis. He relates teaching to guiding novices in appreciation, as if showing someone the Grand Canyon for the first time. Tour finds joy in demonstrating how chemistry explains everyday materials and biological phenomena, fostering curiosity and deeper understanding in young scholars. His enthusiasm reflects a desire not only to educate but to inspire awe at the natural world.